39 days to end of tenure. See what Buhari-led federal government is doing that is suspicious. Shehu Sani reacts. Do welcome to the news. That was the news headline. And thank you for tuning in to today's news. But you can as well subscribe to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell for more updates. To the news details, please listen carefully. Shehu Sani, a former senator from Kaduna Central, isn't comfortable with President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government's recent decision to borrow more money, award contracts in billions, despite the fact that it has just few weeks to remain in power. The federal government's sudden borrowing spree and its decision to award more contracts at the dying minutes of its tenure has been deemed suspicious, leaving the likes of Shehu Sani with opposing comments. Hearing his views on social media, Shehu Sani said, "The government that has few weeks to go is borrowing more money, increasing salaries, employing more people into the federal government bureaucracy, and awarding contracts in billions while contractors are old, traps in the guise of niceties." Meanwhile, in a related story, President Muhammadu Buhari said there was no going back on leaving office after completing his constitutionally guaranteed tenure. The president emphasized that the May 29, 2023 handover date is sacrosanct. Speaking through Malam Gapa Shehu, his media aide before the presidential election, Buhari said, having been the first recipient of a democratic transfer of power from an incumbent administration to an opposition candidate in Nigeria history, the president is committed to extending and entrenching democratic values across the country. He shall, in turn, and the privilege of serving the people of Nigeria, to whom they choose, through free, fair, and credible elections. However, Chief Clerk is right to say that without security, Nigeria would not likely realize its true potential as a peaceful and prosperous nation. That is why it has been at the core of this administration. The results are there for all to see. Boko Haram have been forced back from controlling all swathes of this country. Internally displaced persons are now returning to rebuild their communities. These achievements have been accomplished through the bravery and determination of the Nigerian armed forces and the fortitude of the people of our nation. New challenges have arisen and tackled in turn, whether it's the National Livestock Transformation Plan to alleviate elder farmer clashes, the elimination of the leadership of ISWAP, or new efforts to combat banditry. Till the last day of the administration, the security of the citizens shall remain the administration's paramount concern. We shall finish the job. Yet, in any case, respect for the Constitution and Nigerians' democratic rights remains the best path to securing and then maintaining peace. Yet, there are others, such as Chief Afe Babalora, that believe elections should be suspended, with the current elected government replaced by an interim unelected administration. This, it claims, is necessary to create a new constitution for the people, made possible, paradoxically, by ignoring their democratic rights. Down that path lies crisis and instability. Instead, this administration proposes something entirely simpler, honoring the Constitution and people's rights to decide. Concerning the just concluded election, whereby on May 29, the people are actually telling the federal government to release Nigerian military to be in charge because of some people who are clamoring for interim governments. And also, they spoke concerning the security in Nigeria, that towards the end of President Muhammadu Buhari regime, the insecurity that is alarming has reduced, and that those that are in disabled camps are now going back to their communities to rebuild it. Boko Haram has gone back to stop doing their atrocities and all other violence teams. And the main thing is that is actually giving Shehu Sani problem is that few weeks to the end of President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure, he is borrowing billions of naira, which is going to affect the president-elect when he starts his tenure May 29. We have come to the end of the news. What's your opinion? Do share your comments in the comment section. Thank you.